Hello, everybody, and welcome back to HTML tutorials. You might remember the site, and you might see a few differences. Actually, you can see over here that I have added some buttons, and I also added a hello world sign right here. And I'll teach you how to add these buttons and how to add some different mechanics to it. Um, so right now, if we click over here, I won't be able to teach this in this episode simply because um for the sake of time management, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people won't really need that as it's not too important. But if we click right here, well, it's not going to work now because I haven't added it yet. But if we click over here, it brings us over to our YouTube channel, right? We have our YouTube channel over here. So today we are going to work on that. We're going to see if there's a way for you to add links into the very buttons that you add, and we'll teach you how to add pictures along with buttons themselves. Because if you looked over here, if we run in debug once more, you're going to see that we have a picture here, like a funny little bear, right? I'm also going to teach you how to add fonts and um, double, um, also how to add uh, double styles. It's something that many people struggled, and I've gotten a few emails on it too. So, um, you see here. So if we leave the script section right here, which should have been working, um, we're going to work on adding another picture, right? So if you want to add a picture, it's pretty simple. You just use the image attribute or tag, as you may pronounce it. So image, and then SRC, I'm pretty sure stands for source. So you can just pick up like some sort of picture online by copying it. So like, let's see here. If you want a cute little dog picture, cute dog, right? Cute dogs or just cute dog. So look at this guy right here. All right, this is a pretty good dog breed. Very picture genetically. It's okay. Copy image address. Copy the address of the image, or just copy the image if you feel like it. Um, you head over here, and it's the source. Now I'm not totally familiar on how to use alt, but that will come in a future tutorial. But for now, it's not too important as you don't need it. But because of how this is formatted, that basically means that below this is going to appear before this below the bear picture is going to appear the dog picture that I just put in right here using the image source tag. So if we run in debug right now, we're going to see that if we scroll down right here, the dog picture is going to be right here. But there's no context, right? So if you want to add some context to this, add a little title over here in this little center of space to show, oh, look, guys, this is what this is. So we could, close this up, right? And we go over here to image source, tab up a little bit, and we will type in our title. You could make this a title if you don't want to focus with all the styling. That's what I'm going to do right now, actually. So you could put in heading 2 attribute or heading 3, actually, since I've already added 2 headings, and just for the simplicity and making it a lot more simple to use, I am going to do this. So um, if we go over here to this part right here, right? We can edit what we want our title to say, right? We could say, um, a cute dog I took a picture of. You gotta make sure you correct that grammar, of course. Since it's like a heading, we don't really need to add a period because it would also ruin the aspect of it. So now we have a heading. If we run in debug our code, we are gonna find a nice little font, right? It's a nice font, but the thing is, it doesn't really make sense with the rest of the title fonts that we've been using. So we could go over here and we can add our style, as it was taught in the last episode. Styles not only allow you to change colors, but they also allow you to change many different things. So we are going to change font family, as that is how we change the fonts, or just font in general, actually. So I'm pretty sure if we put in um font family is more also like a collection of fonts. But if we put in font, go over here. If we put in our font of our font by the name of Tahoma, which is what I've been using for most of this for our headings. If we run in debug now, it should work. Well, not really, because you have to do font family, actually. My bad, my bad. I just thought that font would work, because last time I tried it did work. But you can never predict things with code, you know, sometimes. So font family, Tahoma. So now if we run and debug this, we are going to get Tahoma. So as you can see here, the font changed a lot. The text definitely got bigger since we're not using smaller text. But let's say that we want to center this, all right? We want to make this text right here go to the center like we did to the other. That means that we're going to add um, another style, another way that formats the text to a much better looking piece of text. And in order to do that, that's why they have these semicolons here. So just like in normal English, semicolons are used to add things in the same sentence. And semicolons in HTML, especially when it comes to styling, works in almost the same way. So now that we've gotten our first style down here, we can write down our second style. But instead of going over here, we can just use the semicolon as stated before. So you don't have to write down style and then all of this stuff. We could just write down our style, which in this case would be center align. Or if that doesn't seem to be working. So if we if we go up here, we're going to use an example that I used much earlier. So if we go to this right here, you're going to see that our style has text align center. So you could align over here, text align, and there's different types of aligns that you can take right here. You can do end, justified, left, right, start, but I prefer using center because that's what we are trying to do. We're trying to accomplish our text so that it gets into the center. So we go over here, we load it up and scroll down. Just like the title over here, HTML5 dump, it is going to be down here at the same area, the center of the picture. So to close this up right now, here's something really, really interesting that you can do. You could continue adding more fonts too, so like more styles too. So let's say that we want to make this text, let's see here, instead of making it black, we want to make it a brownish color. So we go over here, same thing as usual, add what you would usually do, and you could put in brown. How is this brown? How is this brown? Well, for the sake of it, I'm just gonna do this brown, and then we're gonna go over here, go by here. We're gonna select something that actually is a little brownish, according to me. So, oh, I just left. Okay, well this works. Yeah, this is a good slightly orangish brown. And if we run in debug now, we're going to see that although the text is a little harder to read, it has a lot of aesthetic, right? So we have a cute little dog picture that I look at, nice little dog, tongue sticking out. So we have a dog now. So that's how you add multiple styling. That's how you change fonts. And most importantly, that's how you add images. Now, if you see over here, I showed you when I first showed you the current site. There was we run in debug again. You can see over here, as I stated before, click this in my YouTube channel, right? You click this, it says goodbye, homies. That's not important for now. That'll come much, much later in the series, but we have to start off with baby steps. So if we click to see my YouTube channel, right? Click over here and it sends this over. I showed this to you earlier. But the biggest challenge here is trying to find how to do that, right? And you might think this is very tough. Well, actually not. It's very simplistic, actually. All you have to do is go over here, right? We want to go to, let's say that we want to type above our image, right? Below our dog image, actually, our cute little dog image. We want to write below that, right? We make a little button, and this button says, click me, or let's see, what should we make this thing for? Maybe a random website generator? That sounds nice. Click me for the random site generator. Okay. So we have this right here, right? We can add some styling. Because right now if we run in debug, this should be a button. So if we head back here, you can see right here there's a button, but it looks really ugly. If I'm going to be real with you, this looks terrible, disgusting, filth of the earth. So we can add some style, make it actually appeasing. We have let's make the color, the background color of this, like the main color around it. We're going to make it let me see here. We want to make it let's see maybe I'm thinking I feel like going with reddish color. There you go, red. And we can also change this if we want to, but for the sake of simplicity and time, we're going to keep it like this. And after we change the background color, if we run in debug now, we're going to see that if we scroll down once more, we're going to have the red background on our button. But this doesn't look appeasing either, so we're going to want to add some text to suit it. Let's see here, maybe what color goes well with red? We could try using green. It's Christmas. It's getting close to Christmas, so we could put in color. Color. Um, Here we change it over to a shortcut to I don't know how to pronounce that, so we can add that up, run in debug, and now if we look back down here, we have a green and red. It doesn't look appeasing either, but for the sake of the video, we're going to keep it as is. And we want to take it over to a random site generator. But every time we click on it, I'm not sure if you can hear it, but I'm clicking on it right now, and it takes us nowhere. The button isn't really a button if you can't do anything whenever you click on it. So we're gonna go over here. It's very simple actually. In order to add links, um, what we need to do is add an href, which if we head over here, my other button uses a really good example of it. If we head up here to um, one of the buttons that we have on top originally, let me see here, href. So if it counts as an href caller. So if you put in href, it calls the whole thing. So href is the reference link that you will use. It's the list link that it will be transported in. And all you have to do right here, what I do personally, I will go over here, add a few spaces, for the text, and we move all of this in between. What goes in here still counts as code. It's just that the text that the code is in and the whole style in general, once clicked, will be brought to the original reference, which in this case is a link. So if we head back outside here, we want to bring it to the random site generator, right? Random site generator, right? But we're going to use the useless web because it's very fun. Even though it's not totally random, it has a lot of fun websites on it that are really good for spending some time. So we head over here, we add this, and you have to keep this in fact that if you're planning to hand make a link instead of just copying it off of the web, you have to add the HTTPS beginner words, because without it, it's not going to work. It's simply how just the internet and programs and code work in general. So over here we have our button. It's red. The text is green. We have a little random site generator, the text right here. We're gonna add a little exclamation mark for the sake of it, and the href has been formed. So if you just run in debug right now, we head down here, click over here, we should be taken to the useless web. Look over here. Oh wow, look at that! It's a long Doge challenge. Let's see how far we can go. Apparently, very far. I'm not gonna use all of my time like that, but we could print this too. So that's cool. Yeah, you could just waste some time around here. So yeah, that's how you do a lot of things. This was a very short and quick tutorial for the amount of things that I taught you here. That's simply because right now, at the time of recording this, it's 1 in the morning. So yeah, it's life. Say goodbye. And recently, I did co-host in a podcast, so I will have a link to that sometime soon. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, or if you plan to make another tutorial, or if you want me to make another tutorial based off of HTML5, any video suggestions, I'm open. I'm always going to reply to a comment. It's just how I am as a young YouTuber. So feel free to, do in text and, comment, and I'll be glad to answer or, talk to you. So, yeah, that's how you do this and that. So I really, I gotta go now. So it's been nice talking to you guys and teaching you guys something new. See you guys.